Hey everyone! So after I did my Biltmore cardigan, I got some emails about people trying to put the sleeves on, getting a little confused on how I did that because I didn't have a tutorial. So I promised the next time I did a sweater with similar construction, I would put together a little video, so here I am. This is the Goose Island cardigan, and I've finished mine up all the way to the point of putting the sleeves on. So here you can see I sewed together my shoulder seams on both sides, and I started putting the sleeve on this side, and I have my sleeve for the other side here. So it's actually really simple. Don't overthink it. So the sweater started down here at the bottom, and you worked back and forth, up, 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 until you got here under the arms, right? And then you kind of broke down in pieces, you know, back and forth for the front and the back and the other front. You sewed it together here, you sewed it together there. Now you have a round arm opening here, round opening on the other side. Sleeves were crocheted flat, and then seam together to create your round. Okay, so you can see, here's my seam. Hopefully you can see it's dark yarn, but now you want this seam to be on your underarm because we obviously don't want to see that. Now, when you separated the front and the back to work these separately, you had a portion that was your underarm that you left unworked. So you have a little flat section under each arm. The center of that underarm flat section, you're going to take this center seam, you want to match that up. I'm going to go over here and show you. That's here. This is that flat center part. Here's your seam. And that's where it'd be. So here's the seam, and that's how you'd match it. Now you could pin this here. I work with my right side facing out because I like to be able to see how I'm sewing the stitches together. If you prefer to seam with the wrong side out or in, everything about it, feel free to do that. You just flip everything around. I also like to live dangerously and not pin anything together, but if you're more comfortable pinning, then do so. So you'd pin it like this, and then basically it just, you know, flip it up. And what it's going to end up doing is it's just going to look like it's sitting in the armhole. So I'm going to lay it flat so you can actually see. Where's that seam? Bring this into the frame. Here we go. It's literally just going to sit there like this, right? So here's this center of down a little bit more. The center that we just matched up over there. There you go. Pin it if you'd like, or don't. Now at gauge, you should have, these stitches should pretty much be matched up with these rows. If they're not, just stretch them a little bit so that they match up. Now, come over here. This is what I'm working on. Now, all I'm doing, like I said, I like to work with the right side out. Just going through the side of the stitch, and side of the row rather, and one loop, the outside loop of the stitch, so that it lays flat up against the rows. So it kind of lays the stitch flat against there. So if you can see what I'm talking about, bring this up. So when I'm sewing it together, You know how the crocheted stitches have those two V's. I'm not going through this one that's closer. I'm going through the one that's further away from the garment, so that when it closes the stitches like this rather than opening them up like this. So you want to close it like that so that you don't actually see that V once it's seamed together. So that's it. You would just go up and around and back down to the flat of the underarm and you're done. So that's all. Hopefully that helps to have that little bit of a visual. If not, and you still need some clarification, feel free to email me and I will help as best I can. Otherwise, yeah. Hope everybody enjoys this one. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.